Hey, I like to do Sudokus. And for those of you who don't know what a Sudoku is, it's a number puzzle. Imagine a grid 3 by 3, so kind of like tic tac toe, maybe. But then within each box, so you get 9 boxes, right? You get upper left, upper middle, upper right, and so on and so forth. Um, and within each box, then you can do another 3 by 3 grid. So you've got 9 squares, all with 9 squares inside those. And then the challenge is to get the numbers 1 through 9 in each row, column, and then within each individual larger 3 by 3 box, right? Um, so you're kind of doing 1 through 9 in 3 dimensions, I suppose. Um, and the puzzle starts, and you've got a certain set of numbers that are in there, and then you use logic and things like that to try to decode the puzzle and finish up. And I like to do these. I've got an app on my phone that's goes everywhere from simple up to maelstrom. I think is the top difficulty, and I'm no good at those. The kind of rules that or kind of algorithms that you would use to solve those are not well kept in my brain. So I do like the difficult level and maybe one above difficult, which is about medium, something like that. And the thing I've noticed, I've been doing a lot lately, and what I'll do is I'll set up like I'm going to do the number one, and I'm going to see all the places where number one could be. And you do this, and it's called pencil notes. And so you say, okay, well, all these squares could be the number one, but then as you go through, you find out it could also be 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then you narrow it down based on different logic rules. And what I found I've been doing is counting, like the number of ones that it could be. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4, up to whatever. And then when I do twos, I count twos, and I count threes, and I count fours. And I don't know if this is related. I remember I did the one show where I talked about counting my steps as I walk, which I still occasionally do. I'm really big on doing it on steps, staircases. But yeah, I mean, I can't. Actually cannot stop counting Sudoku numbers. I try, and it seems like I catch myself doing it, and then like, okay, so I'll stop, but then it feels wrong when I stop counting. Like, oh no, I don't know what the total is going to be. And then kind of subconsciously, as I get to the next number, I just start up again. And I've been trying for a couple of weeks now to stop doing this, once I realized I was doing it. And it's to the point where, like, I don't know, like the voice in my head is like talking out each and every step that I take doing these Sudokus. And it's not like, you get kind of mental shorthand when you're doing different tasks and puzzles and whatever. And so, and you do things, but you're not really aware of it. They're kind of running in the background, right? But this is like no, that can't be 2, so it must be 3. Like it's actually slowing down my my completion of doing these puzzles, because like I'm not using that shorthand, and it's like I was speaking it out loud as I was doing it, like I was showing one of my girls how to do it. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but it is Friday, December 6th, 2019, and as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. Whew. Okay, so I count a lot. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Yeah. everybody out there on YouTube, hey, you can see me this time. It's been a while since I recorded a video doing the podcast, and so hey, it's me. I should be working. Well, I've got like 20 minutes to spare, 30 minutes to spare, something like that, and like I'm just kind of dog tired today, and couldn't sleep last night. There's a kind of a behavioral issue in the house. Nora is away, and so I'm got a little more involved with that than I normally would. The kid's dad came over and did some really good parenting by the sounds of it. I didn't really eavesdrop, but whatever. But like I got so engrossed in what this issue was, and it's not like, I mean, some of it is kind of considerable in kind of creating good habits, and then other stuff is kind of meanie Mickey Mouse kind of stuff that just gets under my skin. More my problem than anybody else's problem. I get that, but like that's the thing that kind of gets me, and like I couldn't sleep because it was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna like satisfy my parental thoughts while still kind of upholding and helping and contributing to what Nora and her ex are trying to do with the kids, right? Because that's what comes first, is what, they are their kids to raise, and I'm a helper, right? And so I want to do it within the context of what they are looking to get done. But then there's, everybody has different parenting styles, and it just kind of, like, I have to fight that. And like, I know what I would do if it were my kids that were in this situation, and they would not be happy children. But it's not to say I'm right and someone else is wrong. I don't know. That's just the way I did it. I had my parents who raised me, and Nora and her ex had their parents that raised them, and we get a lot of our parenting cues from that. But yeah, so I just couldn't sleep. I was up like past midnight, and then up this morning at 5:30, a little before 5:30. So I'm just tired, and I don't really feel like doing a little bit more at the work, right? I did a 88% job. Would it be better if I did a 94 or 96, 98%? But a B plus. I did a B plus work today, and I'm gonna take it and run with it. And it gets me a chance to talk to you all. So I talked last time I did a solo podcast about my new therapist, and I'm going to touch on that again. We were talking, and Debbie and I were talking, and she's really big into this DBT, which is fabulous, and she's got different insights, which I appreciate. And like, we were talking, and I brought up the kind of personality disorder, the avoidant personality disorder, and how it makes me feel. And for the first time I can remember, I think it's right, but maybe I don't know. My memory's not that great. She said, what I hear is a lot of shame. And I thought, well, shame? Wow. Do I feel shame? And like, I didn't quite know what to make of it. Like, I listened to her, I heard her out, right? Like, we feel shame for the things that we do, the things that we've done. It's not the same as, I can't think of the word I want right now. It's, we feel shame for either actual things that we've done or perceived things that we've done or will do or continue to do or are doing. And I don't know. I mean, I left I left the session, really with my mind like, okay, how am I gonna? I have to research this. How am I gonna find out stuff about this? Um, and it so happened that my good friend Kate sent me a link on Twitter that had talked about shame, and just kind of coincidentally, and it really got me thinking more. And I'm trying to figure this out. Like, do I feel shame? Um, I guess I do. Um, like, is that the feeling that I feel when I feel like I just don't fit in? Is it not that I don't know what to say, but I'm ashamed of what I might say? And over the years, it's just become this subconscious kind of click off, check out kind of thing. Um, I don't know. Um, I've tried looking up like shame or avoidant personality disorder, and there doesn't seem to be a lot that I can find. I put a post on Reddit in the avoidant personality disorder subreddit, and I got a dozen replies, and everybody's like, "Yeah, shame is like a big driver of avoidant personality disorder." In everybody's opinion, who responded, um, and I don't know how to figure this out more. Um, I don't know. So I was hoping maybe some of you've all been really good at reaching out to me and giving me your 2 cents. And I mean, what do you all think about shame and how it fits into your life? I mean, there's theories that everybody experiences shame, which either I don't want to say justified, but we'll say justified. For whatever. I spanked my kids for 3 years, and I'm ashamed of that. Um, or, I don't know. I whatever, some made up kind of thing that I'm ashamed of. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Um, so what do you think? Let me know what you guys think. Jamulki@gmail.com, facebook.com/Jamulki, @Jamulki on Twitter, www.jamulki.info. That's JAMOALKI. Or text me like my good friend Sophie has been doing lately, 248-648-1419. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you think about shame. That'd be great. Thanks. um, so I'm still trying to run, and I'm still trying to balance that with eating. I did a lot of overeating yesterday and this past weekend. But then I mix it in with like 4 days of smart eating, right? Dieting, we'll call it, but it's smart eating, fruits, vegetables, low on meat, dairy, things like that. But I still, like, it's weird because I feel all like, oh, this is great. I'm doing it. Look at me. And then whatever, something happens and it's a bad day at work or whatever. I think I've been slighted somehow or whatever. And then I just want to eat. And it's tough when it coincides with like a night when like I'm getting pizza, right? So last night it was just the boy. No, the boy, the girl, me. And my mother-in-law was out of town, and I thought, well, let's there's no sense cooking, Nora's out, there's 3 of us, so I'm going to get pizza. And because I devoured pizza like crazy. And, it's like I just couldn't fill myself up enough. And I just kept eating and eating and eating. Even, I even remember thinking, hey, this is enough, I should stop. But I don't. And I just eat. And, it's a weird thing. I clearly have a weird relationship with food, and I can't get back into where I was 5 years ago. when I lost a whole bunch of weight, over an extended amount of time. Like I'm pretty good. I can eat well for 2 weeks, but then something happens. I'm like, it's my weekend to go get the girls, and so I eat, and they're with me, and so I eat. Um, I find excuses to eat sometimes, and then there's times when I just kind of binge eat. So, I'm trying to lose weight so my running comes easier. I'm trying to keep on with that. I don't think I talked about. Did I talk about this? So, like, I ran my half marathon, right? I remember I talked about that. And then I started thinking about the last, my first half marathon that I had done just a bunch of training for, and I was really involved and really, really go get 'em. And then that ended, and it took 74 days, I think it was, to go from running a half marathon to trying to take my own life. And this feels like I've talked about this. I apologize if I have. But it's on my mind, and I worry about it. So I'm trying to keep up with running. I'm trying to keep my head in the game. Trying to minimize distractions and triggers, I guess. But it's in the back of my head, and Nora even asked me about it. So I know she's thinking about it. And, what I'd like to do is get on this kind of weight loss, healthy eating kick and see my running improve as I continue on with it, as a way to kind of keep myself motivated. Self-motivation is not one of my strengths. But I can't quite get there. I mean, I can lose a pound or two, even lose 3 or 4 pounds over the matter of a couple weeks. But it comes back, or I plateau, or I gain a pound back, and then I don't want to get on the scale for a week, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, that might be it. I'm pushing up against 20 minutes, and that's about what I had. I should get back to work. I've got another job to be doing at this store, and I can start that up in a few minutes. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much. I feel like I don't thank you all enough for taking time out of your day to listen to the show, to write me, to think about me, to whatever. It's really, it's humbling, and I really love it. And I'm so glad that there's voices out there that you all can listen to, so you don't feel like you're the only one. And I'd really like it if you could help me with that goal, that feeling. I know it's kind of pandering, but if you could rate the show on iTunes 5 stars, that kind of helps people find the show. It would be great. I would appreciate it. Others would appreciate it. If you're comfortable sharing the show with someone, please go ahead and do that. But I get it that you might not be in a position where you want to exclaim to the world, "Hey, I really love this depression podcast because I'm depressed." It's not something maybe you want to put out there so much. So yeah, thank you, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Those in America, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Those of you who celebrate the Christmas season, or Hanukkah season, or Kwanzaa season, are they seasons for those? I don't know. It seems like a holiday season, we'll say. However you may celebrate kind of the early winter solstice, blah blah, whatever holidays. I hope it's good, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, everybody, Be safe and be well. Thanks.